Hi everyone, thank you for joining into episode 8 of the Grow with Sophia series, which includes Lyla. And ever since I started this series, Lyla has asked me repeatedly, when's my episode? And we've been going in consecutive order of the years, and I keep telling her, you're not born yet, you're not born yet. So this is about Lyla and her birth, and their relationship was a really beautiful one, and I'm excited to share it with you, and so is Lyla.
Hi, my name is Lyla, and I'll be 10 in 14 days, and my big sister was Sophia, and she was 5 years apart from me.
So Lyla was born in 2013, and this was a really interesting time for us. Sophia was beginning to have medical issues, and she had several medical conditions that were diagnosed finally. And the decision to have Alex was a very different one than the decision to have Lyla. And when we decided we wanted to have Alex, Sophia was doing great and none of her medical conditions had presented. So she was progressing and developing, and we just thought the challenges that she would face would be her differences to her face, hand, and feet, which we could manage. And we were already adapting things for her to make them work, and she was doing really well.
Hey. Hi. You getting a bath? You are.
The difference in our decision making this time was Sophia began to not do so well. Her health was declining and she was having issues, and she had a rare immune deficiency and had some other issues happening. And since Sophia's birth, I always instinctively knew that she wouldn't be with us forever. And we didn't want Alex to lose his sister and then have no siblings. And so we decided that we wanted to expand our family and have Lyla. And she was a great addition to our family. She is so loving, kind, sassy, and extremely independent, and really would fight for independence at 2 years old. And she's just an amazing sister.
Just want to get a little close. Hey. What kind of face is that?
I love you, Neil. I see. Baby don't have penises.
Girls don't. That's right.
I see.
She's a girl.
Baby don't have penises. Only boys have penises. Ah!
Boy babies have penises.
Hey, Sophia.
But she's a girl baby.
She's a girl baby.
Hi. Did you have a good little nap?
So after we had Lyla, I remember us just doing everything together as a family and being as one.
Okay, smile.
Still. Yeah, I feel you pushing. That's good. That medicine help your muscles relax? Huh? Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Are you feeling good?
Are you feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt really good about Sophia being different because I've always thought that you're beautiful the way you are. I will look like this.
Who doesn't?
Me. He did not look like this.
Oh.
There were a lot of things that Sophia was unable to do because of her medical conditions, and it would put her at risk. But it was really important to Mark and I that our children have a typical life. And so because we had nursing help, we were able to take them to the park, and we were able to go on trips and do things that Sophia might not be able to do. But we worked really hard in giving them a typical life, but also embracing the fact that our life wasn't typical and knowing that the impact that their sister would have on them would be so wonderful.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lyla. Happy birthday to you.
Come help her blow out the candle.
Get it, Lyla.
Oh, this book.
Oh, cool.
What's it say?
That's for all of you. That's for Sophia, Lyla, and it's romping monsters, stomping monsters.
I thought it was the other one, but I don't know.
Good job.
Is this one mine?
That is a stacking toy, Lyla.
Oh, right. I was going through the past videos and pictures. There were things that I haven't even processed that we went through, and just kind of combining those years and realizing the state of hypervigilance that I was living in and the things that were happening. This time frame was a time of a lot of surgeries, starting with her having to go into the hospital and the situation where she almost had to be trached and almost died. She was very thin at this time, and I don't share many pictures from this time frame. I remember her just being sick for months and going from specialist to specialist and tests and waiting. And I had to reach out to her pediatrician, and she's an amazing pediatrician. She always listened to me, and I said, we can't keep doing this. She needs to be admitted to the hospital, and we need to figure this out. And we spent 2 weeks in the hospital at that time. I think Lyla was 6 months old. At 5 years old, Sophia had a surgery, and she stopped breathing as they were putting her under. And they had to cut at her neck to try to trach her, but they couldn't cut through. And miraculously, she just started to breathe again. And we aren't sure for how long she wasn't breathing, but I remember the anesthesiologist coming to us in the waiting room and letting us know what happened. And I just remember the shock that I felt and the feeling of fear about the fact that I could have lost my child. It was very difficult to go through that. And I remember at some point soon after that, Duke University called. There were specialists that were examining her DNA, and they found out that she had Rett syndrome. And she was 5 years old, and I think it was easily missed because of all of her other conditions and issues going on. And as always, my first thought was, what is the life expectancy of children with Rett syndrome? And in doing my research and talking to the specialist, they are at a higher risk for sudden death. And it explained a lot of the things that she was going through. It also caused loss in swallowing and the ability to. Some moments she could, some moments she couldn't, as well as speaking, using your hands purposefully, holding her head up at times. And it caused seizures, really bad seizures in her. And at this point, Sophia was also developing new symptoms like dystonia and tremors, and her body would shake or tighten up. And there wasn't much that we could do other than hold and comfort her. And it was a really difficult time to watch her go through so many difficult things. But despite all of this news, we continued on as a family and tried to keep things as happy and fun as possible for all of our kids.
Dad, could I have a cookie?
Lyla! Hey, Sophia! What you doing? Hello. Hey. Say, it's Easter Day, 2014. That's 5 years old. Yeah, you're gonna take a quick nap first, and then we're gonna go see Morgan's and her Easter eggs. Does that sound like a good idea?
She's knocking. What do you say now, Sophia? All right. Look, you got some candy. Put it in her pail for her. Yay! Your first house. Okay. What do you say to get some candy? What do you say?
Trick or treat. Trick or treat.
Yay! Okay, we're in the next room. The next house. We gotta knock on the door, Sophia.
Where are you, girl?
We gotta knock on the door.
Come on, Mom, again.
Hello. Oh!
Even though we had received the diagnosis of Rett syndrome and knew that over time she would lose most of her skills, she still had moments where she could speak and eat and swallow and even take steps and have purposeful movements. So we continued on with therapies and trying to support her growth.
You're right. Ready? Step. Yay! Step. Come on.
Mimi.
Step.
Mimi.
Good. Step. Yes. Come on, Sophia. Come get a piece of candy. Come get a piece of candy in the kitchen. Good. Come on, get that candy. Do you want cherry flavor? Oh, I think you do. I think you do.
I think you do.
Do you want raspberry flavor? Yes. Do you want bubblegum flavor? Whoa. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's getting you, huh? You gonna get Alex, Sophia? Aw, that's sweet.
Some of my favorite memories with Sophia was when we would get in our aunt's pool and swim around. And we were like always matching and we were doing everything together. A funny memory we've had was when I had like a Chick-fil-A cup and she knocked it over with her hands.
You trying to knock her drink? Good job, Sos. Oh! Good job!
You're just gonna get her.
Oh! Get your sister. Yay! Are you getting your sister?
She's like getting my sister. She's like, I literally was like that. Get me, it doesn't hurt.
Is that funny to you that you're getting your sister?
So me and Sophia would like have like a spa day. I would brush her hair, I would like dress her, and I would even take stuff out of her closet. We would like get in the pool together and we do all kinds of fun stuff like shake her maracas and listen to music.
Turn the chair around so she can see. Do you see an Easter egg, Sophia? Do you see an Easter egg? Did you find another one? Did you? Yeah, you.
I found it.
Yay!
Good job.
Also, I like love to read her books. Like the books that I like to read, I usually just read them to her and she liked that. And I used to like plug my iPad into like my headphones and I would like grab her wheelchair and we would like dance and sing together.
She began to have more choking spells. And this is a question I get a lot about her mouth. Her mouth did not cause her any pain. It's just the way it was formed. She has lips on the outside and it doesn't cover her teeth. And a little cute little button chin, but what was happening is she was growing. Her tongue was growing at a normal rate, but her jaw was recessed and it was not growing. And so it was causing her to choke. And so it was growing out and down. And so in these images, you'll notice her mouth is more wide open, her tongue is out, and that's because she was losing space. And it was just the way it was gonna grow is open and out. And so she had to have a jaw distraction surgery. And it was probably the most traumatic surgery. And after that one, I vowed to never do that again. And so basically, before she had the jaw distraction surgery, she had the metal hooks put in. And people asked me about those with the rubber bands. And basically what that was meant to do was to close her mouth up and to stabilize it. And so when it would grow, it wouldn't grow down and out, that it would grow together. It also helped her swallow better. And so that's why she had the metal hooks and the little rubber bands, because it helped stabilize her jaw and stopped it from growing in the wrong direction that would push the tongue and cause her to choke. And it was just traumatic. And I knew that that was never gonna happen again. She was never gonna get a surgery like that. And it just brought on some realizations that the surgeries that are available at this point to help her are really traumatic, and they are no longer just to take away pain, and they're kind of taking away from her quality of life. And so we noticed that Sophia was in pain when we would move her. And so anytime she was in pain, we would make appointments with every single specialist, because it was my job to find out where the pain was. And we could do scans and we could ask her, and she would give us looks. She would be able to help us figure out where the pain was. Can you tell mommy what hurts on you?
Hip.
And so we would go see specialists, rule things out, and then we found out that her hip was out of the joint and it had been worn down so bad. She had also developed scoliosis, as children with Rett syndrome do. And so her spine was curving, which pulled her hip out and caused friction. And so she had to have a hip surgery to have a metal bracket put in. And this was the surgery that we actually printed out her heartbeat, that I have the logo to our organization and the tattoo. And I didn't realize it until I looked back at the pictures, but it's a pretty significant surgery because she did not recover like she usually did. When Sophia would have surgeries, the next day she would act as if everything was fine. She recovered quickly, she would bounce back, she was in good spirits, but this one was very different. She had to remain in casts and braces for a while. And I just knew that something was different with her, and she didn't come out of anesthesia like she normally does and had struggles and issues. And I just knew that her body was changing. And this was the point that I was realizing she was beginning to decline. And this was the beginning of her starting to die. However many years that was going to take, I didn't know, but I knew that it was the point of doing well, having issues, and then the decline. I had to be in tune with her body and what it was going through, and so I was very aware. And at the same time, she was having choking spells and issues, and we took her to see her specialist and the surgery options that they gave us to help her, because like I said, her tongue was growing and she was losing space in her throat. And the options were horrific. And I said, I'm not gonna do this to my child. I promised her I would listen to her, and I know that her body is changing and it's becoming tired. And I talked to her pulmonologist, who was an amazing doctor who covered kind of everything about her body. And he was very supportive in the decision to say no more surgeries. And he called hospice and had them come in, and Kids Path came in and they helped. And during the very overwhelming time, they took care of so many things, like her medication, her medical supplies. But the interesting part to having hospice come in, and me knowing in my heart that I was saying, we can't keep doing this. This is too much. I kept that to myself. I told everyone else that they were just coming in to help while she was going through a hard time. And I don't know why I did that. I think I wasn't wanting to accept what I already knew. And so I just kept it all to myself, which is what I would do often. And
just tried to pretend that everything was okay. I just wanted to feel normal, and so that's what I did. I lived in avoidance quite a bit and tried to act like I was completely fine. And I did that a lot. When you're going through those types of things, you, as a mom, have to be strong, and you have to do whatever you have to do to survive and be a good mom and help your child through whatever it is that they need, also while carrying in your head the trauma.
I felt really sad for her because I didn't know how she was feeling, but also I'm very proud of her because she is a very brave person. I helped with medical stuff, but not the serious stuff, but I would check her heartbeat, and then I would tell Mom how it is.
When she grows up, she's going to be like Morgan. You probably don't know who Morgan is, right?
I really enjoyed being a part of all the interviews, and on the SBSK interview, I was saying funny stuff like her feet are so small, and when I'm 16, she's gonna be 80.
Do you play together?
Yes, we play, and we usually play when Simon says, Fox, what time it is, and she said that she wanted to be a doctor when she grows up. Special needs doctor. So I can take care of my own sister.
When I heard about when she died, I didn't really get it that much because I was really young, but I didn't really I didn't get it, and I just got really sad because I just didn't know what to think about it. I didn't know if I should have been really sad and cry about her, or I should just been in shock. And she got this Sophia doll, and I would jump on the trampoline with it, and I did gymnastics, so I would make it do the splits, and we would do it almost a lot of things together. And we have these clothes for her, and I would change her and do all that stuff. It was important to me so I took her a lot of places with me because it just looked so much like Sophia, and it just reminded me like her. My favorite things about Sophia is she was really funny, and she's really kind, and she was kind of sassy, but I really liked that about her. The things that I miss most about Sophia is just her positive attitude, and also whenever I would wake up, I would just go see her and then make videos with her, and it'd be so much fun. Sophia taught me how to be a brave girl and how to take bad things and turn them into good things. I miss having a sister because it's a girl, and we would do everything together, but also having a brother is just once you've had a brother for a long time, you just get used to it, and once you haven't had a sister for a long time, you also get used to it. But I would always love to have a sister like Sophia.
Good.